Shut up!
Hello everyone, today we are going to dip into the world of sports. But our focus is not on super records and incredible victories, but on the most unusual cases that cannot be predicted, rigged, or planned. So the selection promises to be interesting and full of wow effects. Not only was the weather bad, but there was no support. The athlete relied on the strong guy behind her, but apparently he didn't live up to her expectations. In the rush of adrenaline from winning, it's hard to control yourself. The fight ended well, but it was too early to relax and let my guard down. Still need to leave the ring safe and sound. If I'm right, hockey has a goalkeeper. But here, for some reason, the goalie decided to redeploy, except that the other hockey players continued to play by the rules. Who says you can't step into the same river twice? Maybe you can't, but anything is possible with the rod. But on the third time, the goalkeeper will help. You can only dream of such a support group, but there is definitely a spirit of spontaneity in the team. Although, who knows what will happen when the cameras go off. The show seemed to be impressive, and so it was. And the memorable photo will be original, and the trainer didn't say for nothing that the exercises had to be done more smoothly. If it's a victory dance at the end of a fight, there's no question. But if it's such a setup before the fight, you can scare your opponent even earlier. I have a dilemma. Is this the apprentice or the master Neo from The Matrix? Too similar in their ability to confront the enemy in the most flexible way. Here's another uncomplicated trick. A completely woman's approach. You must not just beat your opponent, you must do it beautifully. The ladies have put their best foot forward. Now to stop their enthusiasm is a difficult task, which the organizers have yet to solve. I can't even call it a duel. The opponents got unforgivably close, and the audience would soon become bored. Maybe we could introduce such rituals as part of the game? As the beginning, in the middle, and at the end would be perfect. Otherwise, viewers just won't be able to see how the players adjust to the game. How did the coach manage to motivate his players so much that they just do incredible things on the field? Almost acrobatic mastery. If you're suddenly bored with regular soccer, you can just watch a cycling soccer match. I can't even imagine how did this game come true. This team has a very friendly atmosphere. It's even informal and unmediated. Male fans are probably very jealous right now. As they say, Freudian slip. Winning is, of course, a good thing. A medal is also beautiful and exciting, but someone in this couple is clearly pulling the blanket over himself. It turns out it's not just fire and water that you can watch forever. These guys do everything as casually as possible. It gives the impression that everything is easy and simple. Passions grow in direct proportion to the approach to the finish line. That's why all means are used, even the most desperate and dangerous. Fortunately, all ended well. Oh, that's a woman's relationship, but add scandals, intrigue, investigations, and there's the result, but it's all up to the girls in the ring. It's hard for us to gauge the atmosphere in the ring during the fight, but the referee is clearly flattered. Otherwise, the kissing lover might have gotten his ass kicked. This is the case when everyone is waiting for the preparation almost more than the fight itself. Special attention was paid to the uniforms. This man was very optimistic about his river rafting. Well, it turned out to be 2-in-1 kayaking and diving. In any sport, in addition to your instrument, you must master the art of proper grouping, which often saves at least a fracture. And also, fast reaction and ingenuity are not the least important. Force majeure situations have never been eliminated, while the rider's salvation is in the hands of the rider himself. It's easy to make someone happy. A hockey player granted the wish of his young fan who had never hoped for such an unusual gift. We usually see the winner's emotions and how everyone congratulates him, but there is also a loser who has to deal with anger and resentment. Opinions were divided here. Some came to watch the match, and some just out of curiosity as to how this Halloween sports performance would come together. Not in words, but in deeds. The help certainly was very good. I guess some of the runners would like to run back a couple more times. When everyone else perceived the fallen rider as an upside-down turtle and forgot about him, one guy had a thought for help. If you go to your favorite team's games for a long time, you might even get a ball and be invited for a cup of coffee. It's never a good idea to turn down a support group. A motorcyclist can descend on his own, but if it were not for friends, a car flying overhead would not make the descent any easier. Women's soccer actually is much more treacherous than men's soccer. You have to do everything to win your team, especially since no one broke the rules. How's that for a class on the beginnings of levitation? If the boy was also afraid of spiders, for example, he could be stimulated. Athletes are a little unique. Of course, the guy meant well, but along with a cherished yes, you can also get a few fractures from your love. What is the interest of winning if the opponent knocked himself out of the fight with an awkward movement of his hand? This athlete didn't get confused and set his hand right. Here's a healthy competition. The journalist was reporting on the situation on the field and did not notice how he himself became a participant in the game. The athlete tried his best to cushion his fall. Everyone seemed to be having fun, and the atmosphere on the field was friendly. But the girl clearly did not like her teammates, who decided to refresh her on the broadcast. This guy has no equal. Maybe it's because his running style is so peculiar. He doesn't even have any competitors because there are no competitors willing to compete. I hope our compilation of videos has given you strength and energy so that you, like these athletes, continue to go in the direction you wanted to go despite the oncoming difficulties.